G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We're back on the community map. This will actually be the last visit of the community map because it's actually the 2nd of February, which means I'm meant to have the new community map up and running. So, going back to our start, which is of course miles away from where I happen to spawn into the map. Miles and miles away. Miles and miles and miles away. Nope. On the other side of the island. Why are the builds always in the way? Alright, we need to squeak through. So, we started right here beside the spawn train. A long time ago. Hey, Stinson! Where to download mod pack? So, mods, server, they are the two commands. You can jump into my Discord anytime you want to grab those both. Well, jump my Discord anytime you want to type in !mods, !server to get the server details to come join. Obviously, well, if you're watching this on YouTube, it won't be this map. If you're watching this on Twitch right now, it will be this map. Because this is the last day of this map. This map's going to die in the next 4 or 5, 6 hours. And then we'll be launching a new community map, which is what Stinson wants to know. So, we started off down here on our maze. Now, our maze looked, hang on, I've got to scroll up high enough. Oh crap, somebody's gone a little bit crazy with solar. It started off looking like this. With black areas and not a lot of room to walk, and we started building our smelting, our science, our main bus, everything, and train tracks in this sort of gap, which was tight. I'll put it that way. It was very, very tight. Since then, we've used a crap load of storage bins from the looks of it. I'm willing to bet somebody's put solar in an active provider. Or something in an active provider. So yeah. Wow, we've got a whole new make everything again. And another one in case the first one was enough. Whatever. Community maps, best part of them. So, since then, we have used the terraforming artillery turret. And the terraforming artillery shell, which costs 1 atomic bomb, plus an artillery shell, plus a cliff explosive, plus some modified landfill and 25,000 steam, to then get us 6 extra tiles. And when I'm talking tiles, I'm talking like 6, 8, 9, about that. About the same size as the water well worth of extra terrain for every single one of these artillery shells. Which it turns out we actually have quite a few in storage. So somebody hasn't been working hard enough at getting new shells popped down. Or new train stations put down to keep firing artillery shells and get some landfill done. But I can see that the landfill train, which I built last time I was on, which only carries a neat 72,000 landfill, has done some work, and we have landfilled, I was going to say half the map, but then I saw how far we have travelled. Holy crap. And is that one giant robot network? Oh, Halo Couture! So, we started off down this bottom corner. We have expanded. We have concreted everything, because that's how you show dominance over the map and show the boss who's boss. You concrete everything you possibly can. You get that pollution cloud to go to this dark, deep burgundy color and spread it as far as possible. And basically the only thing that's keeping it in check is the water. And the landfill we've done. But yeah. Yeah, it even goes off into the blackness in the edge of the maps. And even a special bit down here. Don't ask why. Mistakes happened. So, in the month, we've made a base. And being with every single community map we've ever done, it's been one hell of a base. Production stats. we're only producing uranium fuel cells at the moment because this is a no-pause server. It does run non-stop. The next month's community map is going to be much the same. It will run non-stop after the first couple of days. This one will actually be different. I'll actually be running it just for when I'm live streaming for the first couple of days till we get science completed, and then I'll be taking off the pause command and it will just run forever. So, in 1 month... Sidewinder, thank you for the follow. Welcome, mate. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, in the month, and we've actually got an hours count up here, so 650 hours. Calculator, 650 divided by 24. 27 days, so not bad. 27 days of this server running flat out. 1.6 billion iron, 1.4 billion copper. Because we're compressing it and then smelting compressed stuff, which is better for UPS and therefore we'll continue doing on future maps, we don't have that extra increase from prod mods that you'd normally get. So yes, some serious amount of iron, some serious amount of copper. What's that? 658 million green circuits, 128 million red circuits. Do we have... Oh, we've got the more important... The blue circuit achievement, 20 million blue circuits, right? 27 days because JD was late. Are we forgetting about the rerolls? Looking like 26 days this month. Shh, Stinson. I will get the map up as soon as I can. It was important that I could stream it. 16 million of each different science pack. You know, chump change. What other interesting stats do we have in here? 10 million stone wall, which is of course part of science now. So that's why we've used so much of that. Only 2 million purple science. That's interesting. Hydrogen's coming in to have a look-see. 1.4 million uranium fuel cells. 948,000 explosive tank shells. 232,000 artillery shells, which is probably down from previous maps. Along with 226 nukes, which is probably up from previous maps. The lovely terraforming artillery shells, 217,000. Like, this has been a fun map, and one of the things is I saw, not the dev, but somebody actually modified this mod during the month, which I would have really liked to have actually been able to play with, and we might actually come back to this. Yeah, we might actually come back to this map in the future, because he modified the code. 16,000 satellites, you know. He modified the code so we have a guaranteed path, and you can see from where some of the train tracks have been laid in, that, you know, the path obviously went this way originally. No. Where did the train tracks go? So they would have gone this way. No. Crap. Okay, either way. Train tracks went around the maze wherever possible. They have been relayed in a lot of places since. And it looks like people have done outposting for future conquests. So yeah, we were laying, well, we had to lay around where the maze took us. The modified version actually allows you to find clearings, and from a clearing, rather than being this one dedicated path that you have to choose, let's go up to black area. Actually, where the solar is perfect. So rather than having this one dedicated area that you have to path through, the modified version actually has clearings that you can encounter, and then when you get to a clearing, you might have 3 different exits you can follow, along with finding water oases in the middle of nowhere, which was something this map was sorely missing, because it meant all our power production and oil production had to be at the start of the map, but unfortunately there's no oil at the start of the map. So we were training in, which wasn't too bad, but yeah, thoughts for the next map. So yeah, now look, it's a bumper map again. We've got a ridiculously large science build. We do have this lovely spiral. I thought this was brilliant. I need to slow my movement speed down. Factorio mods RPG. Oh my god, these junctions for trains. Yeah, there was a little bit of fun junctions. So I want to do that. Okay, that works. That wasn't what I wanted. No, that was what I wanted. There we go. We want just a bit of movement speed, not nearly as much. And since it just says race to the edge map that we did, what, November, October last year, was 7 million artillery shells. Yeah, slightly different numbers. So yeah, this science build, which is a build that I used on... I used it on my last SpaceX map. Where you basically, you can do max beacons around a lab, and then run them in a straight line, and by so far that you run out of packs. But what was actually interesting is whoever built this, and actually it's got BTG's name all over it. So once he got to a corner, he actually turned it 90 degrees and ran it up. And then again, he ran into something else that was already constructed. So again, he turned it 90 degrees and ran it across. And then in, he has lost some beacon coverage on this corner because he'd also built science right here and hadn't left himself enough room. So he's actually spiraled this in and in and in until you get to... Is it this one? This is the last one. Where, like, things are definitely getting tight. He's losing some sort of beacons. But I actually love this. I guess you could call it a snail, you know. Every single time I see it, I'm reminded of, you know, the head of the snail up here coming out to the snail shell, and it just goes around and around and around until it gets to the center. It's a lovely little build. I love that science build, the labs build, along with we're using the 17 simulation mod, so it means all the science packs are slightly different. Well, the last couple of ones are at least. So yeah, he's got processing units and flying robot frames in here with low density structures, and it looks like it's actually ratioed out pretty well to use the faster item. You know, the item you use the most of on the faster belt, the item you use the least of on the other belt, along with side loading into. So this is side loading into what ends up being the far side. This is side loading into what ends up being the close side. So when you come out at the other end, you end up with two full belts, which is then slamming together to give you the 2 half belts that you need to feed into labs. Same with the excess science that's being loaded in and being burnt off. We've got the same for, you know, purple science, blue science, green science, red science. Here's building the prerequisites for red and green right here. Yep, that's red and green right there. Everything else is coming in via either train or off, or not even off. Just internal processing elsewhere. Like here is where the electric furnaces come in. Speed modules, no, prod mods. Train track, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of train track on belts. It's actually been a really interesting to see him build this. I didn't get a chance to actually get in here and build a lot of these sciences. I got to do the first couple, and then when I pop back, blue, purple, and high tech were done. But it means the next community map we're actually going to be doing. I'll actually be doing, as I said, the first couple of sciences live on Twitch, which means I'll also be recorded for you guys who happen to watch everything late on YouTube. I understand YouTube, is my preference on how to watch things as well, because then it happens at my convenience, not at the streamer's convenience. But yeah, you know, we've got our engine build up here and our electric engine that it doesn't seem like anybody ever bothered to put prod mods in. Not that we're ever short of resources. That's one way to do pipes and gears. Actually, that's semi-ingenious. Using a splitter to pull the gears off. Oh, which are coming in to do the engines. Well, there you go. You know, from an original 34 million iron smelter, it's just done us the whole game. I'm obviously gonna have to make the resources a little bit more scarce in future playthroughs, I think. Especially now we've got Lord Couture's train manager up and running, and we've crashed it so many times this month that I'm pretty sure he's got all the bugs worked out. If not, we've got a whole new month to learn how to crash it all over again. Some of the other uniqueness of this map was the way the landfill was made. You can see this is some of the original bus, and the original spaghetti that came with the original bus. It was challenging to say the least. Okay, so there we go. Come on, autosave, hurry up. Hurry up. Okay. Landfill. Landfill required 80 stone, not 20, with the compost, with the geocomposite. The compost and geocomposite we supercharged, or somebody did. City Wow. I'm going to go with City Wow. City Wow. So City Wow supercharged the hell out of this to bring in our raw wood and our green wood, to shred them both, to make compost, because how else do you make compost? Which also excretes the water at the same time, which is then pumped over into concrete, refined concrete, because that is needed for this item here, being the geocomposite, which needs wood and plastic and refined concrete and some steam. But that's okay, because we've got water up here, which we can then run down into our nuclear reactors and boil up and everything else. Our green wood comes from our mangrove harvesters, who sit out here in the sea and do as harvesters do. Collect green wood or raw wood, whichever they happen to fall on tiles of unlimited resource, and they slowly tick along. We have the Kavorax builds from hell, because we were making nukes at an alarming rate, and we actually needed this much production to keep up. Funny thing is that obviously now people have been off the map for a couple of days. These have finally backed up. But the way these are built is, if I empty those two, things start kicking off straight away. This is a perfect build. Ratios really aren't important at this point. The important thing is that the belts will stay full, and the second that you come along and start emptying materials out, bang, they start running up, firing up and running again. We are having dull rocks delivered straight into the base and run along, which was a build that I did. A build I did that then got supersized once again, because it still wasn't enough, to the impressive build from hell that, it did a little bit of uranium. We were very, very quickly filling chests. My uranium build was, I want to say here, but obviously all evidence that it ever existed has been deleted, because that is the Factorio way. Oh wow, we've got another whole oil build out here. I had no idea even existed. What are you making? Plastic en masse. Well, there you go. We also have, and this is what I didn't have a chance to really look at early game, but I have had a chance to look at it since, and it's a really unique brick build by Faceless. And I think the main issue with it is the ratio is very, very wrong. It's super compressed. Red belt moves. Maybe it's not super. Wrong ratio. No. No. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's a really, really compact build. So we're bringing in, and because we're using compressed stone, that's probably one of our big advantages. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a situation where this outside belt where you're bringing in normal stone may run dry before it gets to the end. It's something you'd have to look at. That was actually supposed to be for a full belt of iron or copper. Faceless is right here. There you go. And yeah, it's either an ingenious build or it's made by a madman. Either way, I really, really like it. So we're bringing in our ore from the outside. We're using a side loading method on with a splitter to move it to potentially both sides of the belt. We're then outputting to the far side, outputting the far side, outputting the far side. This one slides into this point and into this point, which of course will feed in beautifully. This guy again puts onto the far side. And then we're using another fast splitter to sort of drag the excess over onto the inside. Now, obviously, these should be outputting with a priority onto the inside. So you keep filling that inside belt for probably the first half of the build. But apart from that, like it's really, really tiny. It's super, super compact. I actually really, really want to see this in a normal base. Obviously, there's no modules, there's no beacons, there's no nothing. So there is somewhat of a, I wouldn't call it a flaw, a setback, that it has no modules or no beacons in it. And we all know smelter arrays can be very, very large. But if you're super confined for space, which in this particular map, we were really, really confined for space for pretty much the whole game. I really, really, really like this build. It's definitely got something special about it. Wolfle John, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscribe. Scrub. Yep, it's obviously too late in the day already. It's only 3 o'clock. Welcome, mate. Welcome to the Madhouse. So yeah, we've also got Locator's Train Supply Manager here as well, which is unloading all the goodies. I've also got Locator in chat that says all the Discord the desync reports he was getting have dried up, so he's pretty sure we're not going to break his map again, but you know, we will see. So yeah, with the Train Supply Manager, we can really automate the base, like anywhere. Where's somewhere we're doing deliveries? So there you go, rocket fuel. We're literally setting this to say, hey, we want R. R is going to link to... No, why does that not work? Oh. There we go. Rocket fuel. We're just going to say, we want rocket fuel. Rocket fuel is going to magically show up here from any train station that happens to have a surplus of rocket fuel. That's the oversimplified method or description of how the mod works. But it means for a lot of our smelters and a lot of our other things, like it's really been that easy. You know, there's a coal station here that's just requesting coal. We don't care where it comes from. The mod handles all that sort of crap. This was a copper mine. Yeah, we've built over it. And that copper now comes in from here, which is the same story. We've just got this little light here said to bring in copper plate, and it magically appears, and that gives us more room to do more landfill, which looks like it got built and never actually turned on. But, you know, it's good to have room for expansion. So, last thing I want to do, because that seems to be the tradition this month, is load up for combat and go and say hello to the neighbors and see exactly how long I last in combat before I probably self-nuke. Let's be honest. I didn't have enough of these. Ooh, 8,000 is probably too many. Can I step out of... Ooh, that's good enough. That'll let me step out of the network. I want uranium ammo as well. We want 1,000 shells. Where are walls? Well, walls are being shoved into military science. So in theory, if we travel backward... Haha! They're right there. See? I knew I'd find it eventually. So Faceless says... Hang on. Faceless says... Where's this smelter? That it occupies the same width as the usual smelter setup with the stone steel furnaces. Does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? Oh, that's not what I want. I want that one. Holy crap, it does. So, once you put down your original smelters, and normally you need to pull them back up because your smelters are now one tile wider for two of them. That actually means 2 tiles. And I've looked at trying to zigzag stuff through the middle myself, and I haven't found a way, but I didn't think about bringing stuff in from the outside and out to the outside as well, which is what he's done. Mega Monkey, I love how crazy the base has become compared to the first eps on YouTube. Man, the community maps, they move so fast. Ridiculously fast. Come on, bring me all the ammo. Where are the maze balls? We took them all out. We literally took out all the maze balls. This is why you can see there's all these lovely green patches, which have been landfilled in, and all the blue patches that have been blown up with however many thousand artillery shells it was. 217,000. Okay. You, train. Go here. What the hell is the name of a train station up in the north? Solo request, Pax North unload. Oh, and we've got an artillery train. Oh, what damage can I do? Pax North. With some fuel. I'll have that fuel. You use the other fuel. Okay. Warn the neighbours I'm coming, because that seems... They're standing around waiting for me. That seems appropriate. We should give them some heads up. Oh! Oh look, they're all coming to say hello. I don't think 1 artillery shell's enough. I have a feeling we got up to 2. Yeah, it's 2 artillery shells per spawner. Alright. Do I have combat armor? That's a really good question, JD. It looks like I don't. It's alright. Everything will be fine. We just won't get shot at. I think that's the answer. Just don't let them hit me. Be fine then. Oh crap, there was a roundabout. Who built roundabouts? There's another one! Can't leave people unsupervised at all. Oh my god, the biters? Yeah, it's what we've been fighting all month. It's been awesome. So, really? Oh! Oh, that's not going to hold them back. Holy crap, did he get bigger? Tank biter. He's 100% immune to lasers? Yeah, he's 100% immune to lasers. Well, that's nice. At least we got uranium. Do I have... I do not have. Let's see if we can try and protect things whilst we run forward on our train. Yeah, landmines, landmines. Landmines fix everything. Landmines fix everything. Yeah, so we got tank biters, which turns out they're immune to lasers, but die really fast to uranium ammo. Good to know. We've got breeder spitters, which are causing us hell. Mutated spitters, which are also immune to fire. Actually, there's quite a few of them that are immune to fire from the looks of it. Oh, they're level 20. Okay, they're nasty. We're almost there. We're almost there. It's fine. We'll be there any minute. We'll save everything. Yeah, it's going to be me, my nuke, and my bots. I'm sort of regretting firing artillery now. You know what we should do? We're going to need a bigger artillery train. Stinson, where's my bigger artillery train? Ooh, ooh. I think I pissed off everybody. Look, so every map has an end at 1 million tiles from spawn. Does the maze have an end? Yes, 1 million tiles from spawn. No, the maze never ends. Hey, I made it to the front line. Okay, did I bring a replacement armor? No, but it's full of shields. So let's try requesting personal laser defense. Zip. Okay. Oh boy, I think I pissed off everybody. Alright. You jumps. Oh, you're out of shells anyway. That solves that problem. Goodbye, Sidewinder. I understand Northern Hemisphere's going to sleep. Good news is, when you get up, I'll probably be streaming again on the new community map. You've been warned, you've been invited. Come on, jumps, go away. Oh, come on, game. No, we're just gonna... Game. Caps lock. Equals 0.8. Okay. What? Maybe not piss off all the biters before I head into combat. How far? Oh, I'm still miles away. Oh boy. And they're chewing through everything. Awesome! Can't go around the accumulator. Alright, I might have pissed off everybody at once. Okay, so let's go all the way down to half speed. Excellent. We'll walk out very gingerly. Hero's dead down that way. Oh, I see what the problem is. It's all these friends over here. They all needed personal invitations. There we go. That'll solve everything. Solve everything. Do not throw fire at me. Oh, you're rude. Okay. We go back up to... Ooh. Nope. I've still pissed off too many biters. 0.7. Is that a good compromise? Nope. I don't want to run around at half game speed. Actually, at half game speed, is that like playing Max Payne with bullet time on? Oh, hi. I think I found the problem. They're all wandering around corners. I'm going to accidentally press spacebar. Press spacebar, quick! I did, multiple times. I'm not like Doof. I am not like Dr. Doof, who... Ow. Who I've been joining on his early morning my time streams. And have seen his multiple Twitch clips where somebody said, quick, press space, and he's done it without even thinking. Oh look, there's a whole bunch of them. Here you guys, have this. Shh. Done. Solved. Oh, now the server's waiting. Ooh. I assume, yeah, that does show up in the stream. Good. Oh. It's probably for reasons like these guys. I just need to kill off some friends, and then UPS will return. Group of friends, 2 groups of friends in super slow-mo. Ooh. Faster slow-mo? I'd like to run away now. More robots. Okay, that should be that area cleared out. They've come along and started attacking behind me. They've flanked me. How rude of them. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have shot all their friends with artillery. Everybody did? Everybody did? Excellent. Where'd you come from? You're immune to lasers. These guys are immune to lasers. Come on, stop the lag. I know, lots of spiders went boom. Alright, we'll go south. We'll clear out this little mob. Coming through, coming through, coming through, coming through, coming through. Come on, 350 destroyer robots. Should go through everything. Should go through everything without even slowing down. We're going to run up this side, and then we go high, high, high. Shit, I really did piss off a lot of the neighbors, didn't I? High, high, high. Come on, I want to go around this tree. I want to shoot these guys. When are you doing the Friday facts? Well, actually, that's a good point. I should probably speak to Lord Couture. Hey, Lord Couture, are you free? I was waiting on Mojo, but I haven't heard from Mojo, and I'm going to go with he's having awesome Australian internet joys. So, on my first death. So that means probably really, really soon. Like, potentially right now. And then me and Lord Couture will do the Friday facts. And then I will pull this server down and start setting up for next month's. Oh god, that was a massive... So everybody did. Loved it. Oh boy. Throw bots faster. Oh shit. It's fine. I ran away. I pressed tab. They just don't die fast enough. 400 destroyer bots in the air and they're still standing. Alright. I've killed off enough now. Back to game speed 1. What could go wrong? First off, I was going to hit spacebar and still have a nuke launch loaded. No! Game speed 1 might have been... Yeah, game speed 1 is what went wrong. There you go, look. There you go. You happy, Stinson? I was killed by a fast biter level 20. Okay, so I guess the only way to close out this base tour is when I catch up. 0.6 because it really doesn't matter anymore. Kills. We killed. Well, low levels, lots of biters. Where's the spawner? Breeder. We killed 54,000 landmines. And 39,000 spitter landmines. And 13,000 trees. 8,000 gates. There was a lot of accidental nukes in this particular map. Yeah. Biter spawn of 4.5k. Do we have player kills? Player kills? That's got to be higher than that. Kills. More than 160 player kills? Holy sh! 181 player kills. Player losses? Well, in theory, it's 382. Yep, 382. And 181. So we're still in that 50-50-50 ratio. There's a 50-50 chance that a biter's going to get you or a player's going to get you. In my case, I only contributed 92 deaths to this map. So not quite a quarter. Very close to not quite a quarter. Anyway, that is it for the Maze Runner map. It was an interesting map. It was an interesting bunch of mods. Movement speed 21 is as fast as you can go, obviously. I learned something new. Go away, go away. That's a decent clip with no power armor, no nothing. On concrete. So yeah, that is it for this community map. New community map should be going out tomorrow. Good news is it should be coming to YouTube really, really fast. Because actually I think the video hits YouTube the day after it goes out live on Twitch. So there you go. Thank you guys for tuning in for the streams as always. Thank you guys for coming on the map as always. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube as always. And I'm going to leave this episode here. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.